Hello, what's up my dudes? It's me, Toby from Morningwood, and for today's video, we're going to make an end grain chopping board. An end grain chopping board is a very aesthetic and premium feel chopping board. It's a bit more complicated to do and has more steps than your usual chopping board, but boy, is everything worth it. This is the first step to an end grain chopping board. We are going to make an edge grain chopping board. So we are going to cut our planks into strips, preferably proportional strips. For example, the thickness of my plank is 1.75 inches. I'm going to cut to width 1.75 inches as well, or a little more than, so that I can cut it to size. So for my cuts, I think I did here was 2 inches width. Since my plank is 1.75, I cut it to 2 inches so that after planing, more cutting, sanding, my final square will be 1.75 by 1.75. This is going to be our first glue up to our end grain chopping board. We are going to lay out all the pieces of wood that we have cut. Note that we are going to glue the face side of the board. That means the edge side of the board or the cut side is facing up. This is an important step, that's why please take note. I'm going to use Pioneer wood glue. This glue is water resistant, durable, and has a manageable curing time. That's why this glue is my favorite. Note that end grain chopping boards will use a lot of glue. That's why glue is a very important ingredient, if you may, for this type of chopping board. I think I used half a bottle for this chopping board. Please wag magtipid sa glue dito kasi glue lang din ang maghahawak sa lahat ng to. Wag mahinayang na matatapon lang yung glue kasi kailangan talaga may squeeze out para lahat ng area, lahat ng kahoy ay may glue. Pag merong area na hindi nadapuan ng glue, kakalas yan. At lahat ng end grain chopping boards na nagawa ko, gamit ko ay yung Pioneer's wood glue. At laki na ng tiwala ko dito sa Pioneer's wood glue, hindi na ako nag-iiba ng glue. Dito na lang ako nag-stick. Madali rin siyang linisin. This is an important step for me when doing a glue up. Always clean the glue. Mas madali siyang linisin ngayon kaysa sa matuyo. Pag matuyo na kasi matigas. So, mahirap siyang i-chisel, madamage mo pa yung board. So, mas madali ilinis yung board habang basa pa yung glue. Wet rag lang. Tubig, wet rag, punasan nyo lang. Ganun lang kadali. Water-based ang Pioneer's wood glue, pero pag tuyo na, water resistant na siya. So, I've let this cured for 24 hours overnight. And sure na sure ako na dry na talaga siya. Kung susubukan natin i-cut na hindi pa talaga siya dry, kakalas din talaga siya at parang magiging maluwag yung glue joint. So as you can see, may konti pang na to yung glue. Madali na lang yan linisin dahil konti na lang, konting chisel lang, and you're good. So our next step will be planing this board. We need this board to be flat so that when we do our second glue up, madali na lang yung glue up at kakapit yung glue. Idadaan lang natin to sa planer para lang matanggal yung mga nakaangat na kahoy. Huwag natin itodo yung planer, yung lalim niya para hindi masayang yung thickness ng wood. Additional note, the first glue up will determine the width of your chopping board, yung lapad niya, yung final lapad niya. Yung first glue up ay yung magdedetermine ng width. At yung second glue up natin ay yung magdedetermine ng height. So after planing, we are going to cut one side para flat ang reference area ng ika-cut natin. Since I want our chopping board to be at least 2 inches thick, I am going to cross-cut these to 2 inches so that after routing them, medyo nasa 1.75 inches yung final height niya, thickness. This is going to be our final glue up. We're going to lay out all the cuts we did, end grain face up, that's why it's called an end grain chopping board. Here you can lay this out kung paano gusto nyo. Ito na ang magiging final na itsura. So i-arrange nyo na kung paano gusto nyo kasi yan na yan. Touch move, wala nang balikan. So Pioneer wood glue ulit. Wag tipirin. Lahat ng area ilagay, spread. Note na importante talaga i-spread ang wood. Wag nyo lang ilagay tapos clamp. I-spread nyo yung wood bago i-clamp. So same thing here, I am going to wipe the glue para hindi talaga mahirap tanggalin pag tuyo na. Napansin nyo din, nagdadagdag ako ng clamp sa dulo, sa gitna. para even ang clamping pressure sa buong board. Ayaw nyo na may gap talaga dito sa chopping board na to. Makikita nyo yung gaps pag hindi even ang pag-clamp. And finally, ito ang end grain chopping board natin. Meron pang konting steps, ira-router pa natin and isa-sand. Madugo pa ang mga process na yon, kaya abangan nyo lang. So this is my router sled and my plunge router, and I'm using a 2-inch Powercraft flattening bit. From the clamps, hindi siya straight, hindi siya pantay. Kaya dito natin ipapantay, dito natin i-flatten. Sobrang useful ng router sled for flattening chopping boards, tables, slabs. So I would recommend na gumawa kayo ng router sled and purchase a plunge router. Marami na kayong magagawa dyan and magiging premium talaga ang iyong final product. So ang tip ko dito, huwag masyado malalim ang i-router nyo kagad. At least 1/8 inch kada pasada. Kasi kung 1/4 inch medyo matrabaho na para sa blade pati sa machine. So mas maganda ang 1/8 inch lang. Next is sanding. Ganito ang mag-sand para tipid sa oras, isang kamay, dalawang sander. Pauso yarn. Pero oo, ganito talaga ako mag-sand para tipid sa oras. Nagsisimula ako sa 80 grit para matanggal talaga yung mga router marks, mga rough areas. And then 120 grit para matanggal yung 80 grit na marks. And then 180 grit. And finally, final sanding, 400 grit. So summary, 80 grit, 120 grit, 180 grit, and then 400 grit. Note, before the final sanding, we need to raise the grain. Ibig sabihin nito, tutubigan lang natin para lang umangat yung mga hibla ng kahoy. Yung mga himulmul ba? Now we are going to square this board up. Syempre gusto natin na pantay lahat, square, maganda tingnan, walang lawit, walang pangit. So this is a very nice step na wag nyo rin i-skip. Yung mga small details talaga yung nagmamatter dito eh. Like, yun nga, yung router, yung pag-flatten, yung sanding, dapat bawat grit sundan nyo, square yung board. And this is the raising the grain. Tutubigan lang natin para yung hibla ng kahoy ay umangat. Dahil hindi ako makapaghintay, gumamit na ako ng blower para mapabilis yung proseso. Usually, iniiwan ko lang to sa ilalim ng araw para matuyo. Pero, yun. Ngayon, ito yung 400 grit na sanding para super smooth siya talaga. Masarap sa pakiramdam. At syempre, hindi pa nagtatapos dyan. Ira-router pa natin yung edge para hindi masakit siyang hawakan. I'm using a round over bit. Ngayon ako gumamit ng round over bit for this. Usually, chamfer bit. Nagulat ako na maganda pala ang round over bit. I'm using a 3/4 Powercraft round over bit. And ang ganda ng finished product. Tamang sanding lang para mawala yung burn marks and we're done. Ang sunod nito ay mag-a-apply na tayo ng food safe oil. And of course, after that, we're going to put yung beeswax natin. Ito ang food safe oil or mineral oil. Mineral oil is a food safe oil since pang food contact talaga to. Mineral oil ang gagamitin natin. After that, we are going to further protect this board with Morningwood's Wood Wax. Made from premium beeswax, so parang pro-protect talaga yung board nyo bawat hibla ng beeswax. Hindi papasok yung mold, yung moisture sa wood nyo ng madali pag na-applyan nyo to. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if I've earned it. Comment down below what you think and share this with your friends. See you in the next one. Bye!